What's up, fellow classers? It's Polly in here, and we are gonna go ahead and take a look at some air attacks from our latest war against Code Enigma. We pulled it out at the end. I think it was 80 to 79, something like that. 1 star over them. Really, really fun war, but had some really good air attacks as well as some ground. I think I'll do some ground in the next video. But let's go ahead and get started. I'll try to mix it up with a couple different styles of attacks. This is going to be a Quad LaLoon with a Archer Queen. Attempt to kill it. Zap Quake to take out that 1 AD up top to make that looning, the Hound Loon experience pretty good. So he drops his king in a little bit, I guess not late. He drops the king and a giant to go ahead and tank for a little bit. Drops the wall breakers that do get open, but that king is just overtaken by the baby dragon too quickly, so this is going to actually be a fail as far as the Archer Queen kill, and I don't even think he's already used his Queen ability, so there's no way that he could get this Queen, especially with the cannon on top of him. So it's about it for that. The Queen is going to one-shot her, and I don't even think she gets a shot, but that's just the power of this attack. You can even fail. You can have the Queen up, and the Queen is almost full health too. He's already starting his LaLoon, and he's got 4 hounds and I think 20 something, 21 balloons, 20 balloons, something like that. So he's got a max one coming in from the bottom. Again, doing that horseshoe freeze. Actually, it's not too bad there. It leaves the hounds pretty much tanking for those loons. They just get stuck at this spot right here with that sweeper blowing. Those loons cannot get through. There's finally the haste that's going to push them through. Thank goodness. The queen is just going to have a field day. It's like shooting ducks going in for these things. But these little pups are going to go ahead and do some serious damage. While she was shooting the loons, now she's trying to get all those pups down, and she's just not going to be able to. They're finally going to overpower her. So we've got a couple of defenses up top. One defense going down, just I think about 8, maybe 10 something balloons. That he's got a decent split all over the place with minions, pups, loons that are splitting. Just really, really good loon deployment. So this is a good example of, even if you don't get the queen, it doesn't mean that your raid is over. Didn't have a poison, and I think that's one of the big problems. I think he should have probably swapped in a poison for the for one of the hastes. It would have got the queen, and I think I don't know. We could always see what the difference would be. All right, let's jump down to the next one. 15. We're gonna check out an Archer Queen Walk LaLoon here. So we haven't looked at the actual healer Queen Walk yet. So let's see where he's coming in. I'm gonna have to remember this. Okay, yeah, so he comes in the right at 3 o'clock. So he's triggering all the I think the air targeting clan castle troops there with a minion, and starting that queen walk. There we go with another minion there. So I think it's almost all archers. Yeah, so the whole entire clan castle is filled with air targeting troops. So could have dropped the giant there instead. Doesn't really matter. But the thought is there. If you only have like a bunch of Valkyries and a baby dragon, it's a really good strategy, because it will pull out the baby dragon, and then when the LaLoon comes on the back end, they're never going to trip those Valkyries. They'll never come out. So we've got the queen going and taking care of that clan castle, taking care of the barbarian king, and we have a jump to go ahead and get her in. Baby dragon funneling up top, allowing the queen to go ahead and walk straight through that core, and he's got bowlers in the clan castle to go ahead and help her with that, as well as dropping the king there. So everybody's going to go ahead and start moving through the core. They've already got 2 air defenses, and they don't really need to get the bottom one. The bottom one is extremely simple. Just a couple loons will get that. There we go. As it drops the hounds there, to go ahead and just stay on there for 1 second. Doesn't even need to drop a spell or anything. And now he'll go ahead and push them through to the next air defense. Queen is just, she's pretty much stuck for the rest of the race. She's going to be punching through some walls, getting a little bit of cleanup done, but he's really going to rely on the rest of this LaLoon portion of it. So he's got the one loon that he's held. Well, he did hold. He should have held it a little bit longer. That deployment there did absolutely no good for him whatsoever. He could have actually held it here to back end against that wizard tower, and that would have been a little bit better. But he's just got so many, it really doesn't make a difference. He does have a lava hound, I think, still that hasn't popped, so that's tanking for him as well. But he's just, I think he's got like 10 loons still left over, maybe even a little bit more. So that's pretty much done here. That queen has busted through the wall, but she's trying to bust through another one, so she'll clean up the bottom part, and I think there is a builder hut there that the wizards or archers will get. So very nice attack. All right, let's look at number 17, and we're going to look at this one because this is an example of being able to successfully kill the Archer Queen on an entry here. He doesn't bring a poison either. Does another Zap, Quake, or Zake, just like in the couple we watched before in the first example. Drops that balloon, and I'm not quite sure why he drops the balloon to grab that troop. Oh, he did bring a poison. How did I miss that? So I think that's the difference between being successful and not successful. Is it slows down those troops so significantly that it allows them to get it. That king is going to rage up. He is going to smack down that queen immediately, and now it's just about taking out the king, which is not necessary, but they'll do that. Queen uses her ability, and she will at least get that one defense out. I think she's going to die to the archer tower in just a second. But he's got the LaLoon portion coming in here. I think it's another quad LaLoon. I think 4 lava hounds and about 20. So it's the same, very similar composition. Again, the successful part was that he brought a poison for that clan castle slash archer queen kill. Starting to see a lot more air skelly traps out there, which actually they do a pretty good chip in away. The only issue with that is when these pups come, that's exactly where they go, is they start taking out these those air skellies, and they really don't get a chance to do too much damage. The air skellies are all gone by now. So you've got all the lava hounds deployed. You've got no loons left, but I think he's got about 10 to 12 loons still left over to take out about these 3 defenses. Still have a lava hound that's tanking, and I think that pops right here. There we go. Actually, 2 lava hounds tanking. One of them pops, which is great timing, and the other one is not going to pop. So we're going to go ahead and just watch clean up. Tons of pops, tons of minions and loons and everything else. So very, very nice hit. All right, number 18. I wanted to show this because Josh does a really cool job with this the Zap Quake right here. He's going to get both the sweeper and the air defense. Now, I mean, that's just tons of value to be able to get the sweeper and air defense in a raid. So I don't know if you guys want to like pause it and rewind it to show exactly where he drops that lightning. We practiced it a couple times in friendly challenge, make sure that we could do that. And there we go. So we've got 2 huge things out of the way. It drops a queen here to get a troll Tesla and a wizard tower, just again to help that funneling to do the LaLoon portion of the raid. And then he's going to drop a suicide king for the queen. Drops the wall breakers real quick right in there, gets that king inside, rages up, and they're just going to get it. We did know that there was a lava hound. This is a cleanup, so at this point it doesn't really make any difference. That lava hound is almost it's the wizard's going to chip away, but the lava hound's actually going to kill the wizard, thank goodness. And then it's pretty much out of the rest of the raid. So we'll go ahead and watch this deployment. The zap quaking that 1 AD allows that, again, that horseshoe type of deployment for this LaLoon. Allows it to go around in that counterclockwise type area and be able to supplement each one of these ADs with the correct amount of hounds and loons instead of them going all over the place. There we go. We've got, do we have any more lava hounds left? I think we have 2 tanking. All of them have been deployed. We still have 3 loons though, so that's really cool. And just a million loons that are going to go ahead and collapse up upon this thing. We do want that lava hound to pop. Unfortunately, the expo is being it was hitting those loons, but I think this base is completely crushed at this point, so it really doesn't make any difference. Does drop a archer that that lava hound is going to tackle, but the archer does her job and gets that builder hut taken care of. All we got are the cleanup for the rest of this, and it's another good reason to bring minions instead, because lava hounds will not target them. We do have archers down below, and they're going to get taken out as well. And finally, the minions bang up, or they gang up and hit the clan castle lava hound. Too late, too little, too late. All right, two more to look at. Checking out the J-Lube special, the GoBoLaLoon. So we're gonna see him come in, I think from the 2 o'clock area, from the northeast side of the base. So we've got goblins doing their thing, just tearing through some of these resource buildings, doing a great job. If you guys can get that, they take care of. So for two space, they just rip through. Look at them, they're ripping through, even with the help of a wizard. They're ripping through those elixir storage units. This really, really a good unit. So we've got a golem tanking that 3 o'clock compartment there, and then dropping the king, queen, and bowlers and breaking into that compartment. A very, very nice funneling job. There is a Tesla, a hidden Tesla, and I think this is a fresh hit. So didn't know, but it's not enough to pull them in. I think it does pull the queen, and she will start walking because there's no reason for her to walk up north at this point. But the rest of the kill squad is in there. Does have to deal with this baby dragon, and this baby dragon just completely wrecks the rest of this kill squad. So you'll see that the freeze trap freezes them, which is a great freeze trap. Just freezes all the bowlers. King starts banging on them. Baby dragon's having a field day. So at this point, it's up to the queen. She does get that last AD down, and now this base, I think they only have one AD with two lava hounds. So sends it down where the Teslas are. And that they're not going to get that wizard tower up top, so that are at the 6 o'clock, and that's going to cause a little bit of a problem as well. But we've got two lava hounds tanking. I don't know if I would have hasted those loons in. I would have let them come in just naturally, because you want at least a bare minimum of one of those lava hounds to pop. And I think no, it still doesn't do it because it targeted the wrong one. There we go. Skelly trap is dropped on that queen, and she cannot focus on the skellies and the pups. Perfectly done. That's how you take care of a archer queen on the that's separate from the rest of the base. Really, really nicely done there. And then I think we did have the lava hound pop, so we've got one still that's full, but the other one did. And the king is not going to make any difference whatsoever. And I don't think the wizard tower has enough power to go ahead and take out that lava hound. So really, really cool. I like this to see this. Was worried about that queen up top until I saw that he did have a skelly trap, and knew that we were taking care of at that spot. Last one, we have Odin going in on number 29. A little bit lower heroes, and we haven't showed Odin in a long time, so wanted to get that attack in. Another GoBoLaLoon, but why not show an attack that has 24, 25 heroes instead of the normal 28, 28, 30, 30, whatever heroes. So we've got a golem going in on the bottom here with wizards funneling, and this was a fresh hit, so didn't know about the troll, that hidden Tesla there. And things do not go so well on this entry, but a really, really nice recoup and a nice improvisation to go ahead and get the 3-star here. That one golem is just getting fried up top by that enemy queen, and another hidden Tesla that it's getting drawn. So and then the other golem is pretty much going down the wrong way to the 6 o'clock compartment where they should be taking the jump. That golem is not going to reroute anytime soon, so it's up to the king, queen, and bowlers to get in there. Fortunately, there was a very nice funnel, but the bowlers, at least one of them is going to walk towards that the gold storage unit, but he does have the king, bowlers, and queen coming into that compartment through a jump. And I think we had a wall breaker fail on the entrance too, so very nice improvisation on that jump. And we've got two lava hounds that are going to have to get through 3 air defenses, which if you would have asked me, I would have said this raid is probably over, but it's not. It's got a rage and a heal. So we've got a good rate, just a really nice job with the deployment of the loons and hounds here. So we've got the last lava hound going down, and that hero pup trips the freeze trap, which would have caused so much problems for these loons. They would have been frozen right here, just taking tons of damage by the that air defense. But so many loons, it really wouldn't make a difference. And we do have the hero queen still alive, so a not so smooth entry comes out to be a really nice attack. So we've got the 3-star there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you if you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you haven't already shared with your clanmates, go ahead and share these videos with them. I'm sure if you guys get something out of it and you enjoy it, they will as well. Go ahead and use the friendly challenges to get these attacks down. Get used to the deployment timing, everything like that. This is what it's all about. Check out the last video I just put out about cleanup attacks. Really just the timing makes the biggest difference, or where you place the troops. One tile can make the difference between a 3-star and a 1-star. So get used to all that kind of stuff. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Go ahead and get those 6-star clan wars, and like I said, practice those 3-star attacks.